you mentioned your team with Kevin. Have you found that establishing yourself in a tag team has helped increase your profile? Because outside the auspices of WWE, that wasn't necessarily a thing as much until the last couple of years. Now MLW and AEW and a lot of other places have really hammered home tag team wrestling.
Yeah, so I remember Kevin and I had always kind of been friendly, and we became really good friends in 2018. Right around April of 2018, we became like best friends. Like, we had known each other from working stuff together. Kevin, was running stuff, and he was bringing me in. And around, I'm gonna say, mid-April of 2018, I had been working with Evolve, and I had been doing the catch point stuff on Evolve at that time. And I was looking for something new, essentially, because I kind of knew that was running its course. I kind of knew where that storyline was going to go in Evolve, and I kind of felt like I wasn't going to have a lot in Evolve after. Gabe Sapolsky always really enjoyed my work and was always a really supportive guy in terms of helping me out early in my career. But I kind of knew where we were going with the Catch Point storyline. It was going to end up just kind of fizzling out. I didn't know what to do. So that was in about April, where I talked with Kev, and we had just kind of we'd been talking a lot. We noticed we had a lot of similar interests wrestling-wise, a lot of similar style stuff. So fast forward to about July, now the writing is fully on the wall of where the Catch Point storyline is going. Chase Williams is going to leave Evolve, who has kind of been like my mentor at that point. Stokely Hathaway is getting ready to leave Evolve just to go do some of his own stuff. So at this point, I've got nothing. So it comes down to this. I end up speaking with Kevin. I said, let's do this thing as a tag team. We did a couple of trial runs with some smaller promotions, and then of all places, Black Label Pro kind of was the first to really bite on letting us do our thing. And our thought process was, at least my thought process was, we were both pretty over as singles guys. For the most part, I had a pretty decent profile. My time in AIW as well as the time in Evolve, I was pretty high profile. Kevin was not as high profile as me, but was doing pretty well, doing stuff in Black Label and other things. But we kind of just looked at ourselves and said, we can accomplish more as a team than we can as individuals right now, and there's a real need for tag team wrestling. We really looked into what Josh Alexander and Ethan Page had said a few years prior when they had started Monster Mafia. Both those guys were a level above us, but both in similar spades of very over as singles guys and couldn't make it as singles guys, but knew that their money was going to be making it as a tag team. And kind of from there, it just all snowballed. Really, the moment that I kind of knew was going to work for us was we had a match with Drake and Henry at Black Label. And we did so well in that match, and we had talked with Drake and Henry, and we kind of knew that tag wrestling was going to be the thing. And from there, it's just kind of been our kind of crusade to really bring tag wrestling to the forefront of the indies. Because I think a lot of times people don't think of tag wrestling as important as it is. When you go to any normal show, especially an indie show, you're going to probably see 8 to 10 matches. 7 to 8 of those matches are going to be singles matches. So you really have so much canvas to work with as a tag team wrestler in terms of being different and giving something different. And now, we get to do that as well, for the MLW shows, and we're so excited about that.
The way I've always looked at it is almost everybody can relate to having a dream of wanting to win tag titles with their friend, their brother. Even their sister at this point, with women's wrestling emerging to the level it has. There are so everybody can relate to that, and it's an easy way to garner an emotion out of somebody, and you have more ingredients to work with. I think it's a way that people can show their personalities better because you have somebody else to play off of at all times as well. And I'm glad it's finding not just its foothold, but it's thriving.